Hello, Gemini. I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a love reading. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. If you haven't already, I would like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. And to all of my returning sunflowers, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm honored for another opportunity to read for you. I hope this message resonates, and I hope that it gives you the comfort, confirmation, or clarity that you are needing at this time. And yes, this is a Gemini reading, but I will also be listing any relevant signs. We start today's reading with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. There is an inherent fear of commitment between you and the person that you are currently romantically connected to. This is somebody that you see yourself having a future, a family, a life, a legacy with. If you are not currently building that already, this is somebody that you feel like you could build those things with, that you could have those things with, but there's something holding you back. It looks like there's an energy that has been lingering from the past, an energy that, if faced and given exposure, might also have the opportunity to be healed. There's something that someone isn't saying that might need to be said. There's something that someone isn't feeling that might need to be felt, so that any regret or remorse about any situations that may have happened between you or in relationships of the past can be cleared and released, so that space can be made for new opportunities, for new feelings, for new experiences. This person may have been married before or in a long-term committed relationship before. They might have lived with a partner previously and it did not go well, that it didn't end well. And they may be bringing those experiences into the relationship that they have with you. And that could be creating some energetic or mental blocks between you and this person, progressing in this relationship in the way that you feel you should be progressing in this relationship. This is somebody who feels as though when it comes to commitment or having conversations about engagement or marriage or cohabitation, the relationship starts to feel a little bit heavy, a little bit bogged down, a little bit too serious. This person sometimes avoids commitment, but not intentionally because they're trying to avoid the person who wants the commitment from them, but because they're afraid of committing themselves to the wrong thing and then ending up hurt again with nothing to show for it. Something about relationships and putting all of the effort, the energy, the work into it, and if it still doesn't end, you feel like you're left with nothing after giving everything. But that's not totally true. You now have the wisdom that you've gained through that relationship, through that experience, through that dynamic. You now probably understand a little bit more of what you want, or this person does. They understand what it is that they're looking for, or what it is that they need in long-term partnership more than they did before. So there's not really a need to feel as though you've lost what you invested in relationships that didn't work. You gained a lesson. You gained experience, even if you didn't gain a long-term partner. Let's clarify a little bit to see what's going on, to see if I can get any more information. I want to start with this Nine of Swords here. Let's clarify this Nine of Swords for Gemini, please. Nine of Swords for Gemini. This person also has a very deep fear of change or transformation. There is some aspect of their life or their lifestyle that will have to be altered as a result of being in a more committed relationship with you. This could be you or them. Just assign the energy wherever it belongs. But it is helpful for me to speak in a more binary way, a this or that kind of way, so that I can kind of get the story out. But there is a way in which this person feels as though whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you desire, they too desire that. But they're just so afraid that it's going to change, or create some sort of major transformation within their life that they're not quite prepared for. For some of you, you might already have children and this person may not have children. And if you think about it from their perspective, living together would require them to also be in an environment with children where previously they didn't have to be in that kind of an environment. You don't wake up and then have to take care of little people. You don't have to be worried about what you say or the content that you consume or the things that you watch or the music you listen to, right? When you're on your own and you can do your own thing. You don't have to worry about being irresponsible. You don't have to worry about schedules and everybody going to sleep on time and waking up on time and doing things by the book. That might not be a message for each and every one of you who has resonated with this reading so far, but for some of you that is the case. For some of you that is the greatest challenge or the barrier, is that there are children involved in this situation and it would change their lifestyle even if they have children, right? Because they might also have children. We have the Princess of Pentacles coming out to clarify this Nine of Swords energy. And what this tells me is that someone was open to something in the past. They were vulnerable to something in the past and they got stabbed in the back. They were betrayed. They were let down. And it's hard for them to move on from that. It's hard for them to open up to new opportunities and new things because they have been so hurt in the past. It's possible that in the instance that there are children involved, I would say that you're probably not the first person that this person has dated with children, that this person has lived with children. And especially if the children weren't their children, they bonded with those children, they connected with those children, and when the relationship was over, not only are they grieving the loss of this romantic relationship, but they also had to grieve the loss of the relationships that they had built as a family or in that family dynamic. I'd like to clarify the Fool, please. As afraid as this person might be of committing to the wrong thing or making a mistake or being hurt in some capacity, they are willing to take this chance, to take this leap of faith. They are ready to risk it all to be in romantic partnership with you. They want to build a life with you. They see the future. But when they get cold feet, just try not to take it personally, because it's more about what they've been through and less about your actual relationship with this person. We have the King of Cups coming out, clarifying the Fool here. This person is going to let love take the lead when it comes to you, when it comes to your dynamic, when it comes to your relationship. You inspire this person. You touch this person. You captivate this person in a way in which nobody has ever been able to do before. This person is able to give you a side of them or show you a side of them, a tenderness, a softness that most people, if anybody else, is even able to have access to or even able to get a glimpse of. This person wants to show you that even though they're scared, even though they have fears, even though they've been through some things that are still hurtful or painful to the touch, they are willing to take that risk with you. There is an emotional intimacy or a strong emotional connection that you have with this person that reassures them that everything's going to be okay. While we have to understand that there are no guarantees in this life, nothing is promised to us. But when we see something, when we feel something, when we have this kind of connection, it's worth the risk. It's worth taking that leap. Let's clarify the death card, please, for Gemini. We have the moon. This typically symbolizes uncertainty, illusion, moving into the unknown. But specifically, this talks about harmony and two halves creating a whole in harmony, right? What I'm getting from this energy is that this person understands that there are so many things that could occur in this relationship, in this dynamic, in this situation, in this commitment that they cannot control. And that freaks them out. It's possible that they are someone who appreciates their autonomy and their independence. And even without children, being in a relationship, now you have to consider this other person all the time. It's not just, "Ooh, I'm hungry, I gotta go get myself something to eat." It's, "Hey babe, are you hungry? Do you want something? How are you feeling today?" It's not just all me, me, me all the time. You have to be totally unselfish most of the time to be in a happy relationship. And that other person too has to be unselfish most of the time. There are moments where you need to prioritize yourself and your desires. But when you come together with somebody to build a life with somebody, it's we before me. And that is something that this person might have a difficult time adjusting to. But I feel like you are patient enough and loving enough with this person that you help assuage some of their fears. You're not afraid to hold their hand and walk with them on this journey. You understand where this person is coming from. You understand why they might be feeling the way that they're feeling. I see you coming through as this Empress energy. I see you not being afraid to take the lead when it's time for you to take the lead. I see you being protective over this person. I see you understanding the emotional vulnerability that they're offering you and not taking it for granted. And that's why this person is choosing you and will continue to choose you, because you make them feel something that other people don't make them feel: accepted, understood, and unconditionally loved and cared for. Let's clarify the Princess of Chalices for Gemini, please. We have the Three of Wands with the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This tells me that there's a lot of passion within your relationship. And if you've been waiting a while for this person to make up their mind, the way that they want to show you they are wanting to move forward with you will be a gesture or a conversation or a declaration of their love for you, of their desire to commit themselves to you, of a desire to heal this with you, and not heal necessarily your dynamic, but heal all the pain that's standing in the way of them fully giving themselves to you and committing themselves to you. This person wants nothing more than to be in a happy, loving, safe relationship with you. This person wants to build with you. And if they've done or said anything that made you feel like that wasn't true, that made you feel as though they didn't want the same things that you wanted, that made you question or doubt their desire for relationship with you, then they're going to come in and they're going to make amends for that. And it's not just going to be some small gesture, it's going to be a grand gesture. And this may be something that you've been waiting for a long time. It is going to happen. They are going to come through and show you without a shadow of the doubt that you are the person that they want to be with, that you are the person that they want to spend the rest of their life with. They just had some stuff that they needed to work through. All right, Gemini, this is what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will be with you next time.